Oh, lovely, lovely. Core, are we gonna hop into your Discord or you wanna hop into mine? I'm good with whatever. I don't really care one way or the other. Should we use the Hopeful Hearts Discord? That actually also works. I didn't even think about that. Let me go hop into there real quick. Fuck. I gotta use the bathroom too. Hold on. Let me get some music going. Cloudy. Learning to drive. He's having, poor Cloudy. He's kind of going through it right now. He's got a car that he's learning to drive, and his battery just went out on it. And well, I guess I shouldn't say it just went out. He's trying to, like, figure out, like, what exactly is going on with it. And from what it looks like, it does look like the battery is, like, kind of reaching the end of its life cycle here. Which means he's got to go take it in to get it swapped out. And he's like, I've never owned a car before. What the fuck does this mean? What do I do? What's safe for it? Am I in trouble? It's very endearing, honestly. Core, what the fuck was that website for it again? It's like gdscript something. Let's just do it this way. gdscript learning. No Unreal Engine. You are not what I am looking for. GD Quest, there it is. Huzzah! Alright. Da-da. Core's stinky.
And you too.
Damn, that's rude. How you doing, boyo?
Doing alright. How are you?
Chillin'.
Chillin'.
Chillin'. Oh, I know these guys. I have their itch.io thing that I bought for like $3.
Really?
Yeah, this is the thing one of the things that I've been learning with. The other thing has been boot.dev, which has been an interesting little time.
Nice. Also, I'm sorry, you might hear some whooshing and zooming from my 3D printer right beside me.
Oh yeah? What you printing?
Parts for work.
Nice.
Big ass fucking like ducts for some kind of vacuum cleaning thing for... It's for another team, so I don't know what their product is exactly.
Okay, well I guess we'll just take this from the fucking lesson that I learned last time.
Yeah, and I'll be there to support you if you need.
Where the fuck was I at in this? While loops, for loops.
Or are you back to back to zero?
I mean, on this one I am, because I've been learning it on my fucking laptop, not on here. It's fine! We'll just start from zero again. Why not?
Yeah,
Chat
why not?
can learn with us.
He said he forgot everything anyway.
Yeah, fucking true. Literally, it comes down to, like, I'll learn a thing, and then I'm like, I get it. And then I'll sit down to start trying to program shit, and I'm like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I need help. Literally, it's like, someone tell me what to do. I'm begging you. Why am I so stupid?
I mean, learning on your own is hard, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Well, because,
Depends on
like,
who you are.
the other thing as well is it's kind of like, I almost, like, how I learn, I almost need my handheld throughout the entire fucking process.
Okay.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, I get you.
I'm just like, dear God, give me something to work with here.
More of a tutoring kind of thing, like one-on-one.
Yeah, like the, how would you do this? And I'm like, that's a fantastic question. I don't fucking know.
I mean, like more like a one-on-one versus like a class environment. You feel too stupid to ask questions because you're afraid you're gonna hold everyone back, even though everyone probably like
has the same fucking question as you do. Yeah. Did I do creating arrays already? Let's see here. On the previous outlet, put a list of numbers, range 3, 0, 1, 2, debugger. Yeah. I do remember this. For loops, baby.
Yeah, it's really useful for for loops.
The following code, the exact same behavior. Assign arrays to variables to access them later. That'll come in handy in the next lesson where we'll use those variables in loops. But first, let's see when you'd use an array. In computer programming, we use arrays all the time. Precisely, you'll use them whenever you need to store a list of things. You always need lists of things in games. The player's party in an RPG, the items in the player's inventory, high scores in an arcade game, the objects in the game world. All of those and many more rely on arrays. Using arrays to follow a path. Here we go. I do remember this one specifically because, like, there's a lesson I'll have to do later where it's, hey, fucking make the turtle move along the specific signs in a certain way.
Yeah, essentially, like, you have a list of the different positions of the squares you wanted to use for its path.
Yep.
Which, it's an array of vectors. Vector is really just a pair of values. In this case, like X and Y position on a grid.
Path equal. Oh shit. I always forget that.
You're gonna use a lot of vectors, I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, especially because, like, with the shit we're trying to do.
Yeah. I mean, just like you have a game like in 2D or 3D space, like because you can have like 3D vectors too. It's like, it's everything. Everything has a position, X and Y, which is in a vector.
Oh god, if I could fucking spell.
Boot up the...
By the way, guys, how is the Spotify audio? Is it fine? Do I gotta turn it up?
Sounds fun to me.
It's probably fine then. And then it's vector 2. Oh, it's gotta be inside the brackets, that's right. Vector 2, okay, and then a bunch of fucking parentheses for this. Holy shit.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing to learn is like the way to write things. Like, oh, is it curly brackets? Is it square brackets? Is it this? Is it that?
Okay,
Like,
so
every language has like different ways to write the same thing.
path does not hit obstacles. Path is contiguous, and the turtle reaches the robot. So this would be 0, 1.
Where it was. It's been a couple months.
Yeah, and it's just a comma between each one. I gotta always remind myself on that. It's like, fuck, how do I separate this shit from each other?
Yeah, exactly. You just gotta remember that. Okay, it's separated by commas.
We'll just do vector 1.
Obviously, in a real scenario, you'd have like a function, like a move right, move down, move up. That would like do this like much
Much more smoothly.
And you have functions that kind of do that.
The whole point of these, though, is they're like, hey, we want you to learn how to fucking, like, do this at, like, the barest fucking level possible so that you understand what this is supposed to be doing. Although, truthfully, it would also likely make my life a lot easier if they just kind of started with the, here's how to do it easier so you can be lazy about it. But also, like, the part of the reason they teach you the nitty-gritty like this is so that you can just kind of, like, learn how to type it out yourself when you do get to that point.
Yep. That's always the case. Even like in engineering school, you got like 20 slides of a whole bunch of demonstrations and formulas and shit. And then you get it the 21st and it's like the formula to use. Like in like big, like in like a big red square is like this one. But you needed to kind of learn where it was coming from.
Yeah, it's the why more than the how of it.
Yep.
In this tactical game, the player and computer can select multiple units at once. You need to call the select units function and pass it an array of vector 2 coordinates to know which units to select. Each vector 2 in the array represents a cell with a unit. You can pass arrays in a function calls as arguments. As an array is a value type the computer recognizes, you can pass the whole array as a single function argument. So that would be, let's see here, vector 2. I should probably capitalize that. Hold on. Comma 2. Actually, hold up. 0,5. Four, comma 2.
I do really like that they have a very visual way of like showing you like the stuff that you're learning.
I need to show you the boot.dev guy stuff because one of the things that they do is they have an interesting little they have like an AI assistant called Boots. It's a little bear that they've got programmed in. And, like, he's programmed to ask you questions. It's like, okay, how the fuck do I apply this to program? He's like, okay, well, let me go a little bit more in depth with it. So it's like actually having a tutor. And it's like one of the few times, like, an AI has been fucking useful and helpful to what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, especially for programming. Like, in the program that I use for, like, the stuff that's not gdscript, the Visual Studio.
Yeah.
There is, like, a low-level AI called IntelliSense that kind of learns a little bit about this, how you write your code and like which kind of functions you could be using, and kind of like offers like suggestions on like how to do certain things, and it helps save so much time.
Oh, 03. I'm smart. There we go. For some reason, I picked 5 for it. Yeah, because it's 3 down is what it is, but technically it's the 4th one down.
Yeah, you have to remember in programming, not all the time though. That's kind of what's a bit difficult while learning programming, is that the first thing in like a list or an array or something is 0. Index is 0.
0. Yep. It's always like the thing that kind of throws me off, where it's like, hey, good job, idiot. Just don't fucking forget that.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
I gotta get the hang of it.
I'm working on it. As long as like I work on it though, like it'll start to hammer in slowly but surely. Like this already kind of makes way more sense to me. The problem I also am gonna run into is it's like, fuck, what do I type out to make sure that this thing functions as it's supposed to? But, you know, I'm also thinking like I'm probably making that way bigger of a fucking problem in my head than it actually is, but, you know.
Yeah, because even like I'm not a seasoned programmer at all, but I think pretty much even seasoned programmers just Google is your friend, Stack Overflow, you know, the documentation for Godot and gdscript is really well made. It's really easy to navigate. Like have that open like on the site all the time so you can go search, okay, how do I use this? What are the arguments for this or so and so process and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Range of a function reduced to an array for the 4 keyword could loop over. We can give 4 loops any array and they will loop over them just the same. Instead of using the range function, we could manually write the numbers and get the same result. For each element inside the array, the for loop extracts it, stores it in the temporary variable named number, and executes the loop's code once. Inside the loop, you can access the number variable, which changes on each iteration. The code works regardless of the array or where you store it. Often you will store arrays and variables for easy access. Alright, what will this code print? Variable numbers 0, 1, 2, 4 numbers in numbers print number. 1 and 2, right? Yeah, cool.
Loops.
I'm sure they make life way easier, but holy fuck do I hate working with them personally. Like, what? Once it's made and it's working properly, it's fine. But getting to the point where it's like, holy fuck, I need this shit to work, like, normally, please, I'm begging you. I feel like it's making the loop itself. Once the loop works, it's like, oh, thank God that's there.
Oh, don't worry. You'll have way bigger problems than just loops later on.
Yeah.
Like, why is this enemy phasing through the fucking obstacle? Oh, gee.
What do you mean I didn't
move.
add any fucking collision to the wall?
Yeah,
it's right there!
But yeah, that's the thing. It's like, what do you mean? It's there. Like, I can see it. Why isn't it working?
Oh, goodness.
But sometimes it leads to really funny, like, kind of, I guess I would call it discoveries. When I was playing around with the different, like, the collisions, because you can kind of apply layers of it. It's like, oh, you interact. It's like, oh, what happens if the enemy or the mob collisions with the obstacle but not the player and not the opposite, and then you reverse it and you check like what happens. And there was that time where it just made I made like a fucking enemy swarm that was like just buzzing around the character. I was like, huh, well, I made a hornet swarm, I guess. That just happened.
That wasn't supposed to happen, but it did.
Yeah, this shouldn't. Why is it working? That's the worst one. This shouldn't be working. Why is it working? Code doesn't work. I don't know why. Code works. I don't know why either. Yeah, I think it's really cool too that Godot, like, you know, has access to a C#. That's a bit more powerful of a
Programming
language for a lot more complex stuff. But you can use both the gdscript and C# in tandem, because gdscript has like the built-in Godot objects, like integration and like all the functions that come with. But there's a place for both.
The dichotomy of programming, it should be working, why is it working? It should work, why is it working? Yeah. It's... His core was reading off my chat for me here. It really does kind of come down to, like... They're one of my favorite fucking bits of memery I've seen lately was... I shouldn't say lately. I saw this, like, 8 years ago. It's the science of, should I lick it? And yeah, when like, should I lick it in regards to the sciences? No, God, no. I mean, yeah, sure, why not? Nothing else has made my code work, so why not? Give it a shot.
Yeah. For computer engines, like computer science or something.
Yep. Alright, our AI pathfinding algorithm provided a path for the robot to move to the far right edge of the grid. Your task is to use a for loop to make the robot move. To move the robot, call its move to function like so. Robot dot move underscore to. It's the robot, so you need to access it this way. Okay.
Make the loop. You can do it.
Let's see here. Robot dot move underscore to. One zero.
Don't forget, gotta put it in the loop.
Start with a for loop that iterates. Oh god. You're right. For loops. Fuck. How do I for? Oh god. This is the kind of thing that also like throws me off. It's like for cell in cells, if cell in blank, select. Oh god, my fucking head. Hi, Dreddle.
Yeah.
Okay.
If statements like booleans, like it's a if it's a comparison or something. You want to get a true or false.
Yeah.
To know if you go in the statement or not. For loop is really just like you have a list of things and you go like from beginning to the end. Any conventions? Yeah.
Okay, so for I guess it's gonna be a robot path for this one. I guess that'd be cell in path, wouldn't it be? Because I'm trying to get him to move. So
in this,
okay, I get it. Because it even shows me off here. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
I think that was it right there. So, shit. Get it one more time.
The thing is that the for cell in path. Well, you're kind of forced to use robot path as like your array.
Yep.
But what you name like the cell, it could be cell, it could be potato, it could be like
whatever.
It could be whatever. Like the variable names are really just for you to be able to, and obviously if you're working on a team and with your fellows, to be able to read and be like, okay, this is this.
Move to. Let's see how this works. Robot path at line 4, column 1. Oh, right.
Yeah, it's like it's the little things like, the... Fuck, I forgot the name of that stupid thing.
Look at him go. See, this is the thing that probably is going to confuse me the most, is it's kind of like, how does it know to move it along this path, you know? Is it because, I guess it's because of the variables that's been set up here previously. So 1 0, 1 1, 1 2, and then it just kind of takes it from there.
Essentially, the cell, it's the name of like the item in the list,
Right.
in the array. It's like so if you like deconstruct it step by step, when it runs the loop for cell in robot path, and the first time cell is that first vector to like 1, 0. Then it does the move to that vector, and then loop number 2, vector to 1, 1, and then it's 1 next loop 1, 2.
He keeps doing that until he gets to the spot he's supposed to go to.
Until it gets to the end of the array.
Gotcha. All right. And then I imagine this is also something that would be used for like enemy pathing for patrol routes and like, you know, fucking Hitman, or like if you need a character to do something for like, you know, we hit a quest flag, now this character is supposed to move over this way for such and such amount of time until such quest flag gets hit, right?
Let me see.
If you were to change the location of the robot path, you could make it move like crazy.
Yes.
God.
Yeah, you would probably use this for like the path itself. Yes,
Yeah.
like because it's you would call this loop or this path. So you'd probably have like another kind of loop, which is a while loop that just keeps going until while
can go into infinity.
While something is true or until it is not true.
Mhm.
But then it's while it's true, move along this path. And then when you get to another place, well, maybe it's another while loop, move along this other path, and then you probably make it a function because you want to reuse it and not have to rewrite the loop every time. But that's a subject for another.
It's another lesson there.
Don't wanna like say too much and just confuse you. The like a function is just like instead of like copy pasting, like you have like 10 lines of code that you want to copy paste a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
Well, make it a function, and like those 10 lines go in that function, you call the function. The move to is that function, essentially.
Yeah.
Turtle.
Okay. 4.
Just once an AI programmer who asked how much you would pay to have an AI programmer come in and fix
Jesus
a program. And vibe coding is apparently a plague in software engineering.
This feels right. Fuck, you mean feels?
Yeah, pretty much.
Can I hit it with the mass confusion by explaining the peak power of the function, then give the simple example? Oh god.
I'm not that deep. Yet.
Oh god, I remember doing this one, but I don't remember the specifics. Use a for loop to draw every rectangle, and the rectangle size is related with the draw rectangle function. The rectangle shouldn't overlap. For that, you'll need to call the jump function. Shit. Or let's do it this way, actually.
Honestly, it's much more entertaining to like be tutor core than like programmer core right now. Gotta be real.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it.
I mean, I've always been like this. I'm like that at work as well. I'm gonna help and like kind of like, you know, teach like my colleagues stuff. Like I can put priority on that over like my own work. Most of the time.
Trying to remember how I did this one. I know I've done it before, but I don't remember how I fucking programmed this shit out. What language is this? This is gdscript, Drennel.
Yeah, it's Godot's like
internal programming language.
Yeah, internal programming language, which is not based on, but sort of similar to Python, I think.
Yeah.
From what I've kind of seen.
And then you do like what, C, right, Core?
I started with I learned MATLAB in university, which is like a very specific language for engineering stuff and like matrix calculations and shit. And then I've learned pretty much on my own Visual Basic. That's the what's up? I've learned Visual Basic, which is the language that's used in like Microsoft Office stuff, so Excel, Word, Access. And then now at work, I started learning C# for like other stuff. And C# is like if I remember correctly, is the language used in Unity, and Godot is like kind of like open source Unity. Is the language that's being like kind of the, aside from gdscript, obviously, like has like a good enough like integration.
Yeah.
And documentation, especially. I don't know if that means that you can't use other languages. Like I know Unreal uses C++. I don't know if you can use C++ with Godot. Not too sure how that stuff works. Like I'm not an expert in like all of the, especially not the game engine languages.
It's even funnier too, because if you make a whole engine, you'll be fucking writing your own programming language for it itself too.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that. Like, do you really, if you make your own engine, do you write your own language?
I mean, I'm sure you could use your own language for it, but it's more to do with like you probably use like what languages are already available to you at that point in time.
Yeah, because like I can't even imagine, how do you even make a language, programming language?
With a lot of fucking effort, I'd imagine.
Yeah. Let's see. I want to check that.
How the fuck does this work?
I know Factorial is its own language. Factorial is primarily written in C++ for performance, but uses the Lua programming language for its modding API.
This is the other thing. So it's not if, it's... And then you do jump afterwards. Okay.
apparently, like, if you think that C# and C++ are related because they both have C, it's not really true. I guess it is just so happens that they use the same letter.
That's
You
fun.
did it.
I did it. I had to look it up, but I fucking did it.
It's fine. Like looking it up is like the #1 thing you'll do as a programmer. I'm telling you right now.
String is a value type which holds text. To create a string, you write text wrapped in quotation marks. For example, this is a text string. The quotation marks differentiate strings from other value types and function names. You remember we've used strings in previous lessons. My name is Robot. Under the hood, strings are arrays of characters. In fact, we can use a for loop to loop through the characters of a string as we would in any other array.
Yeah.
Those are both strings because of the quotations. Now, why do we use strings? Every piece of text you see in this app is a string that Godot is displaying for us. Much like how vector2 variables make calculations easier, string variables come with many helper functions and tricks we can use. We can use arrays to store strings too. This is useful for chaining animations. In this example, the play animation plays a specific animation. Next few practices, we'll use strings in combination with different concepts from earlier lessons. Neat. Currently, the robot has a number stored in the robot name variable. We'll change the robot name so that it has a string instead. Give it any name you like. 0. Neat. Chaining together animations using an array of strings. You might find such combinations in fighting games. Jab makes the robot perform a quick punch. Uppercut, the robot uses a powerful jumping punch. Populate the combo array with animation names as strings, then for each action in the array, call the play animation function to play them. The array should contain 3 values, so the robot makes these 3 attacks, 2 jabs followed by an uppercut. Okay, comma equals jab. Jab. I need to do more of those in fighting games, but I'm stupid.
Yeah, just write DP. It's gonna do it. I mean, uppercut's gonna do it.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people like gonna drop whole fucking college courses because of a programming class. It's like it's rough, but it's only rough in the first one because you're learning the basics. When you've learned one language, you're comfortable with it, you can learn any other programming language easy. At the end of the day, an ifs and ifs, a loops are loops,
Butts are butts.
Yep. And like, you know, a boolean is a boolean, and integer is an integer. Like it's all kind of the same base. And the thing you gotta remember is that like a program, like lines of code, they run in a sequence. Sequence of things. It's like this first, and this first, and this first, and this first. Well, so and then this and this and this and that, one after the other.
Robot comma is correct. Fuck. Let's see here.
For action and combo, play animation. Oh.
Animation name. I'm smart, I swear. The other part that I have with some of these, like...
I'm just gonna let you like do the.
I'm just gonna fuck around with it.
What's wrong? Yeah, just
Animation
fuck around.
Name isn't declared in the current scope. So why the fuck is that what you're using for your solution?
Yeah, that's because they called it animation name, but you called it action. So you need to use action.
Oh, I see. So this is the name of the
combo.
thing for what I set it. So if I set this to action, unexpected comma, or where's that at?
Forgot to close the parentheses.
Did I? Oh shit. There we go.
Oh, you can.
Okay, I gotta remember that. So for action, that's the name of the thing. You know what? I bet because I could probably call it for player underscore action in combo play animation player action. Right? So this would be like, as a matter of fact, player one action. So if this was a fighting game, if player one input does this, do the thing. Okay. That makes more sense.
So it's for the thing in the list of things.
Yep.
That's what you gotta remember. For each, yeah, in certain languages, I think, is it in VB or in another language? It's for each. No, there are multiple kinds. I don't want to confuse you too much. Yeah, there are for each loops, which is like each of that thing in this collection of things, which kind of makes a bit more sense. Like, it could have been like for each string in combo.
Mm-hmm.
So like now you know, okay, it's the string of like jab, jab, uppercut, which is the name of the action.
Yeah. Okay, I get it now. Functions that return a value. Until now, you've learned that functions are sequences of instructions you give a name and you can call at any time. On top of that, functions can make calculations and return new values. Let's look at some examples to see why it's useful. Built-in functions that return a value. Oh god, calculators, baby, let's go. Built-in functions that return a value. Many functions built into gdscript make calculations and return a new value. For example, the round parentheses function takes a decimal number as an argument and gives you back a new number rounded to the nearest digit. So you're still learning for loops using I and I++ is such it's neat to see it being taught differently. I mean, Shadow's the core right now.
Yeah, like I and I++, it's really just like, oh, I have an index. It's like, it starts at 1 or 0, huh? Because the first element is 0. And then the plus just makes it +1. So, but like, the thing about code and how I've learned from a friend of mine who is like helping me like learn programming is that your code should be readable as is, and you understand what's happening without like having 3 paragraphs of comments telling you what something does, unless it's like really complicated. Like you called it player 1 action. Well, it's pretty obvious. It's an action from player 1.
Yeah.
Like if I have here, for example, I have my function for spawning mobs called mob spawn. It takes as an argument spawn distance, spawn angle, and remaining time, which is like, well, spawn distance, angle, because I make them spawn in a circle. So the radius from the center, which is where the player is, and the angle, and remaining time is just like which array of enemies it's going to pull from, depending on how much time is left. Which probably could be better. Could probably make it just so that it takes the enemy scene itself rather than that, but as long as it works.
As long as it works. It just works.
It just works. It just needs to work. It doesn't have to be perfect.
Notice how we assign the result of the function call to a variable because the round function returns a new value. We need to either store the result or use the value immediately. Above, we assign it to a variable, but you could also do the following. Set text round health. You can assign the return value of a function call if you plan on using it more than once. The lerp function, short for linear interpolate, calculates and returns a weighted average between two values. It takes 3 arguments, the 2 values to average, and a value between 0.0 and 1.0 to skew the result. In game programming, it's used to animate things moving towards a target with a single line of code. Look at him go! Follow the mouse.
Yeah, so the lerp is giving the position of your mouse. Essentially what it's doing, so the value of 0 to 1 is like, let's say 0 is closest to the first position, like the turtle's current position, and 1 would be like it's on your mouse position. And what they did here is that they made that third argument 2 times delta, which is like
it's like speed. It's like physics essentially, because otherwise it's gonna fucking shoot like a rocket off at the speed of light.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I remember because I did a practice with this and forgot to put delta in, and it was something to see.
Yeah. It's always very funny to see happen, and they're like, damn, gotta add delta.
Every frame, the code calculates a position somewhere between the turtle and the mouse cursor. The lerp function takes care of everything. It's not the most robust approach for smooth movement, as you'll learn in the future, but it's a helpful function nonetheless. Running a function that returns a value. You can make your functions return values. To make a function return a value, you use the return keyword followed by the value in question. In previous lessons, we had characters walking on grids, and for those practices, you were working directly with cell coordinates. Well, cell coordinates don't correspond to positions on the screen. To find the center of any cell on the screen, we need to convert the cell's coordinates to a position on the screen in pixels. Neat. So we use a function. The function does 2 things. First, it multiplies the cell coordinates by the cell size, which gives us the position of the cell's top left corner on the screen in pixels. Then we add half the cell size to the center of the cell. The function returns the result, allowing us to store it in a variable. Variable cell size equals vector2 120 by 120. Function convert to world coordinates cell return cell times cell size plus cell size divided by 2. Oh god. I hate math. The return keyword returns the value code calling to the function. You'll receive the result where you call the function. So print world position 180 by 180. And I imagine this is useful for like any number of games that have not necessarily, well, I guess not grid movement. So like, you know, moving around normally instead of like, you know, on a chessboard or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha. Some functions return values and some do not. During practices, you can learn which functions return a value using the documentation panel. The display of the practice requires using specific functions or variables. There, functions that start with the term void do not return a value. Any other term means the function does return a value. You'll learn more about what other terms mean in a couple of lessons when we explore value types. For now, let's practice returning values from functions.
Yeah, essentially,
Go ahead.
essentially a void is just kind of like there's no value type that's associated with the return of that function, so it's void. So it just does something. Otherwise, it's gonna be like int or string or something else.
Alright, cool. Alright, define a function that converts a position on a grid to the screen. The function takes a vector2 cell coordinate as an argument. It should return the corresponding vector2 screen coordinates at the center of the cell. Okay. Every cell is a square of cell size. You can multiply the cell by this value to calculate top left of the screen and screen coordinates. Center of a cell, you need to add half the cell size to the product. Okay. So this is just going to be the function we were just looking at over here, where it is cell times cell size plus cell size, then divided by 2.
Yep.
Alright, cool.
Pretty much.
So it's going to be return... Alright, cool. Alright, return cell times cell underscore size plus cell underscore size divided by 2. Run. Yay!
Do you get the little mathematical formula that's happening here?
Kind of. So basically, you take the cell times the cell size plus the cell size, which gives you like the whole grid. You divide it by 2, and that's what gives you the center, right?
Yeah. So like you have the, let's say like we take that first one on the left, which is the cell number 2, for example. A cell is 80 by 80, so it's gonna be times 2, 160, but you want the center of that one, so you add another size divided by 2 to get the center.
Yeah.
I said 2, but it's like 1 because 0, 1.
Yeah, I got what you mean. Because it's like 0, 0, 0, 1, but then you also... it gives you what you're looking for here. I understand what it does, but the how of it is still a little foggy. But also, like, my understanding of, like, values in math has never been what I'd call phenomenal. I can learn, though. It's okay. I'm gonna get it, I promise.
Yeah, I just wanted to like to see and like help you out, and so okay, so like yeah, you've it's okay, like you've understood that you needed to use this, but it's like, do you know why?
Yeah.
You understand the numbers, Mason? What do they mean?
It's a specific function. Well, maybe not function. It's a specific math equation that every single time you do it, it's going to give you exactly what you're looking for. I don't remember what the names for these specific equations are, but it's like stuff you'd use in algebra. It's like, hey, this is the A plus B equals C. Fucking figure it out, dickhead. And like, why do the numbers work out to this?
Yep, exactly. The ones that you can like write a graph from.
Yep. It
can be like a straight line, give you like a fucking parabola and stuff like that. Yeah, pretty much.
Alrighty. Appending and popping values from arrays. In previous lessons, you learned how to create arrays to store lists of values and then how to loop them. It's nice, but you won't go far with only that. The real strength of arrays is that you can add and remove values from them at any time. It allows you to queue or stack data. For now, let's take another example. Tracking orders in a restaurant management game. You're making a restaurant management game where customers place orders and you need to handle them as they come. In this game, customers order meals that end up in a queue. You need to prepare them in the kitchen. In this example, we simulate orders arriving and getting completed over time. How do you keep track of pending and completed orders? With an array. When a customer purchases a meal, you want to append it to the array. And then as you complete the meal in the kitchen and serve it, you want to remove it from the array. You can do that with an append and the pop front functions of the array respectively. Try to read the code below before moving on. Don't worry if not everything makes sense, as we'll break it all down.
Yeah, so the appending is you add a new item at the end of the list, and then pop first. Well, you remove pop front. You remove the first item. You remove an item from the front, not from the back.
Right.
So like, because you complete the orders in order.
So we call some functions by writing a dot after a variable name. Like a given value type can have sub-variables. It can also have its own functions. Functions like append and pop front only exist in arrays. That's why to call them, we need to access it from the array using the dot array dot append. Let's break down the code. We queue orders in the waiting orders array by appending them to the array. Variable waiting orders equals blank. Function add order meal name waiting underscore orders dot append meal name. You can use a string to represent a meal when calling the add order function. So add order cheese sandwich. So basically you could just add a fucking name to it. I really do wonder, like, when you go into this, it's like, how do you add multiple names to it? Do you just have multiple functions going off at the same time, or is it like, how do you swap out the names on these for like when we're getting different orders here?
What do you mean exactly? Like different orders?
So like, let's say for this case here, we're looking at the function, we're waiting on orders, append meal name. So does meal name just have like 6 names that it can pull from? For like, you know, tomato soup, toast, burger, cheese sandwich, whatever else there is. And it just kind of like loops between them? Or is there like 3 different functions that have like different things for different foods here? I'm intrigued.
Well, what I would do in this case is that the meal name is a variable, and you change its value depending on what's being ordered. And like, let's say for example in the game, in this game example, it would be, well, probably from a random array of available meals that the customer can order, and just picks from it with a random function.
Gotcha. All right, cool.
Probably.
Neat.
Like in a game like Played Up, for example.
Of course. It's honestly like exactly what I was thinking about when we were reading through this.
Yeah.
FIFO, Philo, LIFO, Lilo. I'm sure that makes sense to somebody.
Not to me. I don't know. Look it up.
Dreddle, what does that mean?
The words, Mason, what do they mean? Acronyms for different data structures and logistics shipping terms that describe the order in which items are processed or handled. FIFO is first in, first out, as it uses a queue data structure where the oldest item is removed first. LIFO, last in, first out. Okay, so it's just like first or last in and out.
I can remember. What was I about to check on something?
In, first out. Uses stack data structure where the most recent item is removed first. Like the stack in like a game of Magic the Gathering, for example. That would be a LIFO. The most recent item is resolved first. Yeah, it's really good, Drano. Okay, Philo and Lilo, it's liner in, free out. That's Gemini, you're drunk. Liner in and out. In container shipping, this means both loading and unloading costs are paid by your ship owner. That's probably not what that means. LIFO since the last in, first out, correct term for describing stacks. Last in first out.
There's ways to think about how you can use arrays as lists and how you get items. Interesting.
It's last in, last out. Last in, last out is not a standard term used to describe the common data structure. How would last in, last out work? Last in, last out would be the same as first in, first out, I guess.
We're still in the autumn sale for Steam, right? Damn it. I think it's
I don't think so.
That's okay.
I think it ended.
I will wait for winter sale once that hits.
What are you looking at?
A friend of mine, basically this is a friend of mine who Hope as a character would not exist without the campaign that we ran. This is my best friend from high school who ran a D&D campaign for us in Tyranny of Dragons and Horde of the Dragon Queen.
Mm-hmm.
And we never got to finish that campaign, but Hope's parents were first made in that game. And, eventually I got the idea into my head. It's like, I want to play one of the kids of my characters. Why not? And then that's how Hope came about to be. And I was like, talking with him. I was like, fuck, I want to get into some D&D sometimes. Like, dude, I just don't have the fucking time. I was like, what about video games? He's like, dude, I'll pick up Baldur's Gate 3 when it's on sale, but you just gotta fucking yell at me when it is. And I'm like, bet. So I'm like, I'll be fucking playing Baldur's Gate 3 with like 8 different people. I'll fucking do it. Speaking of, I gotta bitch at you, Austin, and Arky for shenanigans, but I also know Arky's busy as shit right now because she's doing the work of like 12 people.
Oh, poor her, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that. There was this post earlier where like she's just kind of swamped right now. She's too tired. Or she's sick again.
That too.
I mean, yeah, true. Overwork like that, like obviously you get sick. They're understandable. 8 different fucking... Wait, you said 8 different people or 8 different groups? Oh, this...
Either or.
Sorry, I think you have a problem.
If it's 3 well, look, it's only a problem when I run out of people to play with. That's so funny because like there's a running gag in my job where like we've been acquired by a bigger company like a couple of years ago, but it's like in like the last like few years they've like made like 6 acquisitions, and it's kind of like a running gag now that it's like the CEO just can't stop himself now. It's like an addiction. He has to acquire more companies, and today he announced 2 more acquisitions, and we're like. Brother, you gotta slow the fuck down.
Brother, this is an intervention.
This is an intervention. You gotta stop buying companies. This shit gotta stop.
Gotta stop, man.
Oh.
It's very funny. Man, I got a whole ass humble bundle of Warhammer games.
Ooh,
now I gotta play them.
What all did you get?
It's the Wogtober bundle. So there's Space Marine 1. Yeah, I can send it to you. So there's Space Marine 1 Anniversary Edition, Battle Sector, and what I assume is like some DLC stuff. Inquisitor, Martyr. There's Vermintide 2. Vermintide 1 as well, I think.
Yeah, holy shit.
End Time.
Warhammer Chaos Bane, Mechanicus.
Yeah, there's like, oh, but
there's
Mechanicus
some
1.
pretty fucking solid picks in here. Holy shit.
Yeah, Dark Squad. Yeah, all for like $16 something. Well, Canadian dollars for me.
That's like 15, I think, for me right now. Hold up. What do they want for this? 12.
It's
yeah,
like
$12
value.
for 12 items. That's insane.
I tried out the demo for Mechanicus 2, and I'm like, yo, fucking Mechanicus versus Necrons in a XCOM style game. I'm fucking sold, dude.
I own Battle Sector. So Battle Sector is basically like what if the tabletop, but a video game.
Oh, nice.
I know, because I actually bought this a while back, and I have the Sisters of Battle DLC. And I keep trying to get my dickhead friends who also play Warhammer to fucking pick up this game, but they just don't wanna. Like, you
cool.
assholes.
I've been trying to get into the tabletop. Well, first of all, first things first, printing myself my first army.
What army would you get into?
Well, I definitely want the Adeptus Mechanicus for sure.
Fair.
I'm starting with something a little bit more standard, but not too standard. I went with Grey Knights first.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like Space Marines, but not really. It's like better Space Marines. Well, better.
Look at me.
Arguably.
I'm you, but better.
Yeah, that's what a Grey Knight is to me. There's more interesting to me. It's like, you know, they're all psychers. They have like the whole like paladin kind of feel to them.
You'd like the Dark Angels.
Probably. I'm looking also at Iron Hands.
Hmm.
You know, just add like, you know, mechanical stuff, take Marines, vehicles, and I'm in. So that's why like I'll get into Mechanicus for sure, and probably Necrons too. Mechanicus are kind of scary models to paint because they have a whole lot of appendages and shit.
There's a lot of detail on them. Yeah.
So that's why like Grey Knights feel like a good like starting point. I found a like I'm not buying any actual miniatures because these cost like fucking
An arm and a leg.
Yeah, they cost your 401k, you know. That's a joke. So I find like there are like 3D modelers who like, you know, they make like legally distinct, but they still make them in their own style. But they call like the models, like for example, this one they're called the Silver Wardens, but they're very clearly meant to be Grey Knights.
Right.
They're in their own style, and I find like them like really cool. And they even say in their description, not affiliated with any game company or workshop. Like, oh yeah, let's go. I'll print those. They look like really cool.
I think my so basically I'd be playing Blood Angels, but my team is my variant on the Blood Angels. Basically, they're Space Marines. My variants on the Blood Angels, though, are the Lamenters. Those are my boys. I would also pick up Space Wolves at some point alongside Sisters of Battle.
So cool.
Oh god, what was the fucking name of the group as well? The Harlequins, and also I think Eldar in general, because I think they're
I think they're from what I know, from what I understand of like watching way too many videos on Warhammer lore and stuff, and the games, that Harlequins there aren't enough units of Harlequins to kind of just make like a Harlequin
specific
army, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's like an Ella army with Harlequins. Unless maybe you do like a very small one. I think there's like maybe 1,000 points, or maybe even smaller. Strike teams.
It's like kill team is what it is, and it's
Kill
funny
team?
because my my friends are very into kill team, and they were asking like, oh, so like what fucking armies would you pick? I'm like, probably Sisters Battle and Harlequins. They're like, well. That's unfortunate. I was like, why? They're like the worst fucking teams in the game right now. I'm like, I've resigned myself to this fate. I'm a Virgil player. I can't be overpowered in every game I play.
Yeah, fair. You just gotta play the faction that you think is cool, you know?
Uh-huh.
That's the best thing to do. Like, Volgi loves Tyranids. Tyranids players, so... Printing some nids.
That doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
Yeah, I know.
That is definitely a very her pick.
Oh, yes.
World of Darkness.
Mostly like the Catan. So Necrons, right? Catan are the gods that the Necrons have like broken to pieces and enslaved. Or are they like are they their own faction?
I'm sorry, I completely missed the question because I got absorbed in another bundle. Apparently, there's a World of Darkness bundle. Say it one more time.
Oh. The Mochi says like that he likes the Catan, which I think are the.
They are the gods that the fucking
Necrons enslaved.
Necrons
right?
enslaved, yeah.
Okay. Because they were showing the MTG side of collab and sounded like cool, legendary. Okay. Magic said new.
Hey Rip, how you doing, fam?
And Necrons are cool. That's why Mechanica, like the Mechanicus games, I'm like, oh, let's go. Fuck yeah. I mean, just show me something mechanical, and like I'm in. I even somehow made it so that without even knowing, I made it so that my detachment is like a from the first Brotherhood of the Grey Knights, which is called the Armory, and like is like the ones with all the tech marines that repair like all the vehicles and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's just because in the set that I have of models, they have like the Brotherhood like insignias on their pauldrons, their shoulder guards. I'm like, huh. It's like, huh, what do you mean first Brotherhood, second Brotherhood? I'm gonna look that up. Oh man, really? Fuck yeah, dude. Lore accurate, let's go.
Lore accuracy.
Apparently though they kind of did my boy what's his name? Not the Wee with the sword. The other one, the Calder Drago. They did my boy Drago dirty in 10th edition apparently.
Aww.
I haven't looked it up yet. I haven't gotten to the rules yet. I'm just checking the models and printing the cool models and shit. Painting's a nightmare though, because I'm so meticulous and perfectionist when it comes to like trying to gotta have like a good
Painting and models in general.
Yeah, I have a problem. It takes me forever just to paint one model. If I have to do a whole army, it's gonna take me decades.
This is a good question, Jay. Do I have water? Let me find out. I'm actually all out, so I'll need to get some more. I'm doing alright, Rip. We're kind of just chilling out tonight. We did a little bit of Silk Song earlier, and now we're doing a little bit of gdscript and programming learning today.
Oh, yes.
Now we're talking about Warhammer lore, because fucking we're nerds like that. Cinder smells good. Ah! Hi, Kava. How you doing?
Okay, what's up?
Stinky. Man, I've been thinking, speaking of Kava, I've been thinking of, like, going through the process of upgrading the Terra deck even more, and I'm just like, fuck, what do I even do with this? Like, what do I change out? I don't know that there's anything I can add to the deck without, like, spending another, like, $80 on, like, 2 cards, and I'm just like, I don't know if I want to do that.
My God.
Cause,
My
like,
wallet hurts.
the fucking dude, the fucking like, if I decide to go for like the fetch lands, it's really funny because there's I listened to Josh Lee Kwai talk about how he hates Chromatic Lantern and a bunch of like other fucking spells and shit.
Chromatic Lantern.
And he's like, with all these fetch lands, with all this other shit, there's no reason you should be running this shit. And I thought about it, and I'm like, you know, I'm sure that makes a lot of sense when you're willing to drop $100 on lands. I'm kind of not. I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
Yeah.
I'm kind of good. I would love to know a funny fact, Kayla. Tell me. Bum ba da dum. Bum bum bum. Bum. You know how Dissipation Field basically stopped God King's Y'shtola deck? Yep. Pay to win at its highest. Welcome to competitive Magic.
Yeah, pretty much.
You went and updated everything on midfield. I'm guessing Dissipation doesn't stop him anymore. It wasn't in my deck. Jesus Christ.
Mox feed.
Maybe this is a sign to put it back in, Kava. That's what I said. This is just for making notes, right? Yeah. Legends Pizza is so much fun. Alright, let me look this shit up.
What the hell is that?
No idea. First of all, let me put this on my wish list. Avatar Legends, the fighting game. It's like 10 years late, but sure. I'm happy for it.
Oh, Legends ZA. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Legends
I
PCA.
see. I get it. I get it.
Legends and Pizza.
Look, man, there's a whole fucking game called Pizza Tower. Like, if there's a game called Legends Pizza, sure. I believe it.
Pizza Tower was so much fun.
I need to play it still. It looks a lot of fun, though. It makes me want to eat pizza, like, every single time. I'm like,
music's like
fuck,
really good. But it's like, yeah, if you like a Wario Land growing up, you'll love it.
Hell yeah. Alright, let's see how we do this shenanigans. The waiting orders array will be filled over time. Your job is to move orders from the waiting list to the completed orders list using the array's append and pop front functions. Remember, the array's pop front function returns the pop value, which allows you to store it in a variable and then pass it to another function. Fuck, my head hurts reading that. Okay.
Essentially, like, popping means that you're not just removing it. You also, like you can
this is
put
the
it
check.
somewhere else.
This is the check that puts it, like, this is the quest is finished check right here. Right?
You can do it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I believe in you.
Okay. Fuck, how did we do it earlier? Let's do research. append first order. First order equals waiting orders dot pop front. Okay, so. Oh fuck, wrong thing.
Okay, Cinder. Okay, was drinking again.
I've been calling ZA Legends Pizza since it was announced that it was on me for not putting Pokemon on the front. However, I cannot be blamed for I am not sober. Well, she's not drinking, but I know what she's talking about. She said she had fun things earlier. Fun gummies. Fummies.
I guess my first when you talk about sober, always my brain always goes to
drink,
alcohol,
yeah,
drinking.
I got you.
It was high.
No, it's hi, officer. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Dude, this guy's so nice. Try to get away from drinking since it made me so sick. That's valid.
Yeah, very valid. Yeah.
Okay. So.
Come on, you can do it. I believe in you.
I'm thinking, hold on. If I can spell array properly. Jesus Christ. What are you working on, Mochi? How do I do it here? First order equals waiting orders dot pop front. That's how. So let's do waiting orders. Okay, and then my weird Ignis idea I'm still researching on rulings for, and then revive Anixia Hand of Erebos. It says has been my only Abzad colored deck of interest. Abzad's green, white, black. I do think Anixia is really, really cool. I think you could do some nasty things with Anixia as a commander. The way this is set up, complete current order, waiting dot orders, pop front, waiting orders dot pop front, and then complete underscore orders dot append. Let's do it this way. Properly, I don't think that I am, but we're gonna try. Dot append. Okay. Let's see what happens. Too many arguments for pop front. Call expected at most 0. Do this then. Wrong fucking button. There we go. We were expecting tomato soup, toast, burger, cheese sandwich, but got... Oh boy. Okay.
Right, you're appending completed orders to itself.
Oh, I did. Waiting orders. That's what I want. Now let's try it. Expecting tomato soup toast. Okay, it needs to go in order and contain all elements. Let's do this way. Let's swap these around. Maybe that's what needs to happen. Let's do this then.
Okay, yeah, I see what's going on. Yeah, you're essentially what you're doing is you're appending the whole list, the whole array of waiting orders instead of like the one value that you popped.
What if it's the other way around? No, hold up. I think
you were on the right track at first.
Was I? Okay. In that case,
you need to pop first, but you need to figure out how to take that popped value and put it in the completed orders array.
Take a look at the notes real quick. I wonder if it just goes down like first order. Okay, let's try this.
How do we store values usually?
Just like typing them out, right? By putting them at the variable.
Okay, yeah. Now we're cooking.
Oh, so I have to put all the fucking names in there? God damn it.
No, you don't have to write anything in there, I think. You just have to write in the function,
Waiting orders array will be filled over time. Your job is to move orders from the waiting list to the completed. Remember that the array's pop front function returns the pop value, which allows you to store it in a variable, then pass it to another function. Take a look here. Waiting orders. Okay. Variable completed order. That's what I gotta do.
Yep.
Good. I see.
Yeah, and this is not on another line. It's like all in one line, by the way. So it's var completed value equals waiting orders dot pop front.
Pop front isn't declared on base array. How the fuck do they have this set up? It's just completed underscore order is what they have it for.
Yeah. Is it because there's missing a space? I think that maybe that's it. Put a space between the completed and the equal. Let's see if it changed anything.
It's not gonna. Because if I put pop front under the variable, it doesn't become declared as part of the variable. So what they're looking for me to have is to have completed order equal to what I'm popping down here. I see what it is here. So what you do here is you go completed order, which is equal to the waiting orders pop front and the completed orders dot append while it's waiting for orders. So,
yeah, waiting orders dot pop front is on another line. So like you just have like a line var complete order equals nothing. Yeah, it's confusing a little bit because like they kind of squished the solution, but you can see that the line 5 and then nothing, and then line 6.
I see it. That's throwing my brain for a loop there. I get it though.
Yeah, understandable.
Right. That should be it.
Yeah.
We were expecting to cheese sandwich, so I'm missing one. What am I missing here? Completed order equals. That's there.
Yeah, just put a space in between and you should be good to go.
It's still not appending it the way it's still not going in the order we're supposed to be fucking doing it in. Let's see here.
Oh, you didn't change the append to put in the variable instead
order,
of the array.
Yeah. I was like, fucking, what did I do wrong here? Programming, kids.
Gotta do it one step at a time.
There we go. Ding.
Ding, 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 ding. You got it.
The Ignis idea is using the improvised mechanic through using the food tokens to pay for some things. Yeah, I think that's fine. Just getting to the point where you can improvise is probably going to be the hardest part. Alrighty, crates are piling up on the platform. Move them out of the way by popping them from the crates array. You need to remove them from top to bottom using the array's pop back function. Your code should remove all the crates in the array while using a loop. Careful, if you run a loop carelessly, you can lock the software. You can check if the crates array still contains values by writing while crates. Oh, baby, here we go.
While loops.
While loops. Every time you pop an item, the array size gets reduced. While you can write while crates to run code in a loop, while there are crates in the crates array. Shit. Okay.
Essentially, what that means is that as long as there is something in the crates array, while crates will return true.
Yeah.
But if it's an empty array, it's gonna return false.
Wow, crates. Fuck, I don't remember what to do after this. Hold on. Have crate, pop back, use crate. Wow, crates. Crates array is empty. Used pop back. Used a while loop.
What are we looking for you?
Hold on. Crates. Random 0. I have no Wall crates. Okay. I was on the right path, and I was literally I've psyched myself out about this, making it way more difficult than it needed to be. I'm so annoyed. It was literally what I thought it was gonna be, and now I'm frustrated with myself. Oh my god. Get that shit out of here.
It's fine, you're learning.
Alright, you learned to leap over all the values in an array using the 4 keyword. What if you need to access the 3rd item in the player's inventory? The 10th item. There's a dedicated notation to access one element in an array by index. To do so, you use the square brackets with a number inside the brackets.
Index.
Index. Index 1 is the 2nd element in the array, and so on. You would access the 4th element in the inventory like so, with the number 3. The even worst part, Mochi, is when you're right. You know it's exactly going to be as easy as it is, but then you're like, no, it can't just be that simple, because it's fucking more complicated than this one. But no, that one is for a different thing. 3rd item in the inventory array is inventory 2. Because it's the 3rd part in the index. Accessing the last values with negative indices. What if you want to access the last or 2nd before last item in the inventory? In that case, you can use negative indices. If you write -1 in the brackets, you will get the last item in the array. You will get the 2nd to last item if you write -2. Interesting. It's very convenient when you need to quickly access elements from the end of the list. 3rd to last item in the inventory, -2, no, -3. Because we just said -2 is the 2nd to last one. When you're using negative indices, -1 means the last element, -2 will be 2nd to last, and -3 will be 3rd. It can be a little confusing as it seems to work differently from positive indices. However, it's because there's no difference between index 0 and -0. They both point to the 1st item in the array.
Yeah, because 0 has no
It has no negative. It can't happen.
Yeah, it's just 0.
Can't access non-existent indices. There's a catch with this syntax. If you try to access an index that does not exist, you will get an error. You have to be careful always to access existing elements in the array. There are a couple of ways you can check for valid indices. One of them is checking the array size. Checking the size of the array, arrays come with a member function named size. You can call it on the array anytime to know its current size. Oh boy. Tend to do it anyways just to see if I'm wrong. Sometimes I enjoy being wrong, and that way means I can still learn something. That's fair, Slayer.
Yeah, you go with like, oh, it's too easy, too stupid, but try it anyways. If it works, even better.
If it works, it works. In our game, the player has an inventory that works as an array under the hood. The player knows they have a sword and a shield somewhere in the inventory, but they don't remember exactly where. You can see the inventory drawn on the right along with the index of each item in the inventory. Your task is to find one sword and one shield in the array using their index. Then call use item on each of them so the player can equip those items. For example, if the first item in the array is what you need, you would call use item inventory. Gotcha.
Right.
Alrighty. One sword and one shield in the array. And I can use any of them? Damn. Give me easy shit today.
Well, you need picked correct items have been picked. Pick correct item amount.
Use item inventory.
So you gotta find which position, which in the array has the swords and the shields.
And then we'll just see if it works like this. Probably not, but you know.
Yeah, just do it a simple way first. If it works, it works.
Oh.
Oh, you put a random curly bracket in the first use item.
Think. Easy. Bum 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 bum. We have train tracks broken down into little chunks in our game. We use them to make modular tracks and draw circuits of all shapes and sizes. However, several chunks are misaligned. You need to find them in the tracks array and pass them to the align function. To do so, you need to access the array by index. This time, though, you need to access them with negative indices. Alright. Right, tracks, -1. Cool. Okay. Align. We'll just do it in order. -3. Align. -2. And -1. Let's see if that works. Oh, I need 4 for that too. Hold on. Man, I thought that was a longer piece. Oh well.
You put a little curveball in there. The second to last one was already correctly aligned.
How dare? Oh, was it? Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, and the second last one is already good, then that means I can just get rid of that shit. Is this how they do it too? Cool. Perfect. I'm doing it the exact way I'm supposed to be doing it. In the last lesson, we used an array to represent a player's inventory. With just an array of item names, though, we can't easily keep track of the amount of each item. Instead, we can bundle the item names and amounts into a single dictionary. A dictionary is a data structure that allows you to map pairs of values. In the pair, we call the first value a key, so we use it to access the second. In other words, a dictionary has a list of keys, and each key points to a value. To define a dictionary, we use curly brackets. A colon separates each key and its value. A comma separates each key and value pair. I'm so miserable. I finally get a chance to get Arrow's Flower, Art of Gilded Lotus, but it's going for $75 at the moment. I mean, yeah. Shit, what's regular Gilded Lotus going for? Oh yeah, regular Gilded Lotus is only like $1.49. Fuck. I'll be honest. I don't know that it's worth it. 5 mana for a rock that gives you 1 mana of any kind?
Database.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems a little... Also, I can find one for $69.99 on like TCG Player, so...
Yes, dictionary is essentially like a 2-column database. Key value and then the other value. I use dictionaries in our game for the list of enemies and their HP. Keep track of them.
The price tag was from Card Kingdom. Yeah, but Card Kingdom overcharges their fucking shit like nobody's business, so, you know. It's not always the best prices, to quote the prof. I want to play some fucking Magic, dude. I haven't played Magic the Gathering in a hot minute, and I need to bitch at people to play some card games.
I haven't touched that game in a while. I still have all my cards and in those like boxes that they sell.
Ooh, got anything spicy?
Nah.
What do you mean, nah?
What?
And then, nah, no you don't, or nah, I don't know.
Nah, what you asked if I had anything spicy?
Yeah.
I don't think I do, honestly. I have a couple of mythics, but like nothing crazy.
Fair enough.
I
was sitting on like a $45 win condition for a lot of people, apparently.
Yeah, I never really kind of checked if I had anything really good. I have a deck that I kind of like playing was an Approach of the Second Sun deck. It's like was a white blue. I only have 2 copies of the card, but you know, it's like once you play one of them, you win in 7 turns anyways. What was that?
Alright, when is this shit dropping? I don't really care about The Last of Us Part 1s. They're pretty alright. Shit, the only card I care about it from that is maybe Cabal Ritual. Or Ellie's Rage. And even those I'm like, whatever. The fucking secret layer for God of War Greek, though, looks fucking nasty, I'm not gonna lie. It really is, because, like, fucking, for the card, we have Kratos, God of War. For 3 red, he's a 2/3 with double strike. All creatures have haste. At the beginning of each player's end step, Kratos deals damage to that player equal to the number of creatures that player controls that didn't attack this turn.
God, Jesus.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I truthfully I want God of War Greek, God of War Norse. The Uncharted one looks good just because of Nathan Drake. But also, I don't know if I want to spend $40 for it.
No.
Let's see here. Horizon. Whenever you control whenever one or more artifact creatures you control attack, discover X, where X is the greatest power among them. It's also got Farseek and Blightsteel Colossus. It's probably got the best looking art for Blightsteel. Meteor Golem and Therian Soul Cleaver. And then Ghost of Tsushima is probably my favorite art-wise. God, I can't imagine fucking getting a card with mold on it. If a card has mold on it when I get that shit sent to me, I am getting my money back. I don't give a fuck. I will drive to your house to prove a point.
Oh? How in the fuck?
It's apparently a big problem with resellers. I don't know either, man. But it's happening.
Oh.
Dictionaries can hold any values. Dictionaries can map out any value to another value. For example, we can use the name of an item as a key and the amount as the corresponding value. This makes dictionaries excellent for keeping track of a player's inventory. Healing Heart 3, Gems 5, Sword 1. Here we match basically, think of it like a Baldur's Gate 3 inventory system. This is how that works.
Yep, pretty much.
Which key would cause an error? Here we match the name of a string to the amount, a number, but a key could be a string, a number, or even a vector. Although we could have all these different keys, keep in mind that every key has to be unique. That means we couldn't have a dictionary like the following. Shield, Healing Heart, Sword, Healing Heart. So it's going to be Healing Heart because there's two of them.
Yep.
Which means...
the key is unique.
You gotta have them set up specifically. So imagine if you were gonna fucking set it up. It would be like when you split items in Baldur's Gate 3. Like you have healing potions, and then you split them, and then it's healing potions, but healing potions 2 in the code for each one. Maybe I'm fucking wrong. I don't know.
It's an interesting way to. Because you could probably do it that way. You could also do it since the inventory is a grid. You could just not even.
You might not even worry about that and just put it into a fucking specific vector.
Yeah, something like that maybe.
Might worry more about the vector than the actual name on the dictionary, because the dictionary is still going to keep track of like, oh, you have 8 health potions, and the vector is going to keep track of where each of them are stored. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that makes more sense. I hope that's right. We're gonna fucking find out. I guess, eventually.
Obviously, like, we can't, like, look into Baldur's Gate 3's code to kind of, like, see what they've done, but... like,
you could. Probably wouldn't go well, but you know.
Probably not.
It's also probably written in, like, 8 different languages, so, you know. And I mean, like, actual languages, not, like... fucking programming languages. I mean, like, some of it's probably written in Finnish, some of it's probably in English.
Yeah. Which engine does Baldur's 3 use?
I think they use their own engine, didn't they?
Uses the Divinity 4.0 engine, Arian Studios' proprietary in-house engine.
Yep.
Nice.
A revamped version of the Divinity Original Sin 2 engine. Is Baldur's Gate 3 that good? Yes, Reddit. Yes, it is.
Yes. I mean, we can shit on the fucking Game Awards as much as we want, but like, a game doesn't win fucking Game of the Year for no reason, you know?
True. Divinity Engine 1 started for Divinity Original Sin on a budget of only a few $1 million. Included a copy of the 1.0 engine with Divinity Original Sin for some Kickstarter backers, allowing them to make custom mods. Divinity Engine 2 was developed for original Sin 2, along with all the in-house tools Larian developed for making levels was included in the game file, such as Divinity Engine 2.exe. It had a focus of improving existing tools from Divinity Engine 1, as well as creating new tools and improving documentation. The engine has also been referred to as Divinity Engine 3.0. Divinity Engine 4 was developed for Baldur's Gate 3. A major focus for the new iteration was better support for cinematics. It included a Vulkan backend, which was used as an option for Baldur's Gate 3 alongside DX11 backend. The modding tools initially included with Baldur's Gate 3 were not as extensive as those included in previous Larian games. September 2024, an update for Baldur's Gate 3 was shipped that included essentially a modified version of Divinity Engine 4.0, but with many of the features disabled by default, including the level editor, although there are mods that can enable it. Larian developers attributed part of the game's success with their continued use of Divinity Engine as opposed to using a commercial engine such as UE5. Having used and worked on the engine since 2010, while with commercial engines, the engine's roadmap is not necessarily your roadmap.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yep. And like, I get it too. Like, why some folks are going to opt for UE5, Godot, or like any of these other fucking ones comes down to UE5, Godot, and Unity are very easy. They're one size fits all. And it's not particularly difficult to get in and just dick around with them. There are tutorials everywhere for that.
Yep.
And it also ends up being less risky sometimes, depending on the game you're trying to make. However, it gets riskier the more you have to like change the engine and how it works to make it suit what you're trying to make.
Yep.
And making your own engine can be a lot riskier, but can also work for way more projects. Take a look at fucking Resident Evil. Take a look at Divinity. Take a look at fucking like any number of fucking games.
Just don't look at Helldivers. I mean, it's not a custom engine.
They're custom. They're fucking like their game is bloated to shit and back. They gotta fucking scale that shit back a little bit. Arrowhead's gotta work on that.
Yeah, but they're working on an obsolete engine from Autodesk called the Stingray. It's like gotta give him some leeway a little bit, but also they need
like,
to work on that shit.
Fuck on, y'all.
I heard
Hi, Volgy.
about Helldivers.
Uh-oh.
We're talking shit about Helldivers and Arrowverse's bad optimization habits.
Yeah.
And game engines, in general.
Yeah. How you doing, Volgy?
Hi. Alright, I'm out.
Okay, bye.
Okay. Such was trying to drag me to bed.
It is about that time, ain't it?
Yeah, and I gotta wait for that print to finish to start a new one for the night. There's like an hour left. Don't say it too loudly.
Start getting the stink eye.
I'm used to it. Yeah, I mean it's for work and it pays really well because I'm the one who makes the prices.
Let's go.
It's kind of like a situation where, I'm like I'm an employee, but in this case, I act as a supplier. Because like all of this is like on my own time. So I print the thing, I send them the bill. No one complained about the prices yet. Actually, I've been told more than that the prices are too low. I should
Let me
raise
pay
them.
you more, damn it.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like a fucking artist on the internet. Like raise your prices. No, it's not worth this much. Yes, it is. Shut up.
It's really funny because like I was talking about this with Ms. Where like she's like, I want to be able to pay your fucking artist friends for the work that they do for us. Cause like Sano will give us free shit, Arky will give us free shit, fucking Kava's giving us free shit, and it's like
everyone does.
Let me pay. I'm begging. It's okay. Arky is getting to the point where she's gonna be opening up comms soon, so Ah,
Oh,
shit.
oh, let's go.
The infinite void.
Be prepared to share link.
It's on her VGen. Let's see if I can find.
No, I didn't know she had a VGen.
Ah, shit. Hold on. I hear my cats fighting. Ugh.
Kitty cats do be fighting. Yeah, when I started like doing this whole like 3D printing, like quote unquote side business, but it's like really just for my own job, I started understanding the struggle of the commission artist. And especially since it might be a bit worse for me. I don't want to compare like not Struggle Olympics, but it's because I can calculate like, you know, the amount of materials that I use, the wear and tear of the machine, the electrical usage and all that stuff. So like I have the numbers, like it's worth this much in material cost. And then it's like, well, I guess I'll pay myself X amount of hourly wage, quote unquote, you know, and add the little like profit margin, and it's still not enough. But I'm like I hold this thing in my hand, I'm like, this ain't worth more than like $20. But it is, because I put time into it. And even if I doubled my rates, I'd still be cheaper than the actual companies who like you can have them 3D print your custom models. So like, all right, I'll raise them in the new year. Boy, surprise extra. Yeah, you gotta. Obviously, like there is a certain point where it's like, okay, now there's a number where it's too much. For sure. I guess it's like when it's one of those models where there's a nice flat surface, no supports needed. It's just put in the program, press the button, print. It doesn't feel like I've worked for this. But, you know, the setup time and stuff. At least like 15 minutes. And even like a rate that sounds insane in my head of like $80 an hour. Like obviously like that's like it's like a quarter, 20. It's like $20 minimum charge. It feels like it's too much. Yeah, at the end of the day, something you pay for, its value is always going to be what you're willing to pay for it. That's kind of how the market works. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Expertise counts for something, that's for sure. The whole like, oh, why should I pay you this amount? Like it only took you 2 hours. Yeah, but like I spent fucking years for it to take me 2 hours.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Cats ain't fine anymore.
Yeah, they're fine. They don't like each other very much. I've had to like, so my bed frame like snapped completely up the middle, and like it's just gone. There's no salvaging it. Even my brother was like, "This shit's fucked." I'm like, "No shit." So, yeah. I'm taking the opportunity to clean up my room, like deep clean it. I've got a whole rug doctor and everything put together to like go deep clean the carpet and try to scrub out like anything that might be wrong, because I know my cat went to the bathroom down there a couple of times and we found a couple of puke stains, so it's like, all right, cool, we're cleaning the carpet, we're getting that shit out. There's also a shitload of cat hair there, so we're getting that shit all scared away here.
Yeah. They're new cats?
No, they're old. They've been with us for a while now.
Just never liked each other.
No, they haven't. And it's something like we need to take the time to sit down and do. But also, like, Bugatti is a little shit. She's a princess. She's a princess if ever I saw a princess. She does not like other animals at all. She gets defensive around the dog, which is the funniest thing in the world because my dog doesn't give a shit. She'll just walk up. Mayday or Bugatti will start slapping her like, yeah, and my dog was just like, the fuck are you doing? I could eat you. Stop it.
All right. I'm so glad that everyone gets along. But we made it so that when we introduced Keiko and Charbon, like as little kittens, they were in their own room for a little while, and you know, that's like get used to the new scent and everything. Slow introduction. Ever since we unleashed them upon the world, upon the apartment, like they get along. Everyone gets along.
That's good.
He may be a bit rough sometimes.
Bugatti's always kind of had a problem with other animals. That's just kind of always been her shtick. It was her problem, like when she was living with my sister, and now like that I have her, I'm just like, you know what? It's fine. You could just stay with me. It doesn't matter. And we try to give the cats turns to roam around the house, free of each other, so they don't have to worry about it. They generally like Bugatti has bonded to me deeply. I am her favorite, and she hates it when I leave. Same thing with Mayday, but with my little brother. Mayday will go wherever my little brother goes. She is such an adventurous little shit. Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, cats usually attach like one person, like very much, like as I've seen.
Okay, I think I'll run these two lessons because we kind of got off topic there for a little bit. And I'll find somebody to send it to for the evening. Alrighty. Although some good lessons. I appreciate the tutoring, Cora. It's been super fucking helpful.
Yeah, of course. That was a pleasure.
Let's give some items to the player. We use a dictionary for the player's inventory. We defined the inventory variable for you, but it contains no items yet. Give the player the following items by adding the correct keys and values to the dictionary. Okay, hold up. I gotta recheck how the fuck we do this. Variable inventory. So am I just putting the amount that they already have, or am I adding to it? Give the player the following items. 3. Okay, I'm just giving it to them. We're just creating the list here. Okay, this is gonna be easy. Did I click on the wrong thing? Healing heart. I can spell heart. Jesus Christ. And then it should just be. Okay, it's always gotta remember. Always gonna be colon. Colon 3. Gems. Colon.
When you're up to stuff with actual programming, I'll show you how to set up the GitHub so we can start sharing the project.
Yeah. And then start like working on shit as we're going through it whenever anybody has free time.
Yeah.
And then sword. 1. I forgot to close that. I don't think this needs a comma, right? It does. Okay. They always need the comma, Cinder. You know better than that.
Yep.
Hoggies. Next, we want you to change the item counts of the player's inventory whenever the player picks up or uses an item. We've started the add item function. The inventory dictionary should use the item name parameter as the key, access to its values, and we should increase the amount value by amount. Justice will use your add item function to increase. Okay, cool. You can access the value on item in dictionary by inventory item name. Remember to add the amount with the value. You can do this directly with plus equals. Right. Add item function uses addition. Add item function works as intended. Okay. Let's take a look here. Inventory. Okay, so it's just going to be inventory. Let's do healing. Then plus equals 3. No, not that. Plus equals 3. All right, cool. We'll just do it that way. That'll plus equals 3.
Yeah. Add 3 to it.
Also, that is kind of important. Run. The amount isn't correct as each key had the correct value. Fuck. What am I missing here? Inventory item name.
Oh yeah, because you
because they have it defined already. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I see.
The variable is defined. Gotta use the variable.
It is, in fact, there. Amount of items is incorrect. Does each key have the correct value? Okay, so what are we looking for? Item dictionary should use the item name parameter as the key to access the value. We should increase the value by amount. To test this practice, we'll use your add items function. They have not made this very clear on what I gotta do here. Oh, it's just by amount here. I see. Okay.
Yeah, this is literally just
It's literally just fucking
Same
copy
thing.
pasted. That's so fucking
the same
goofy.
issue. The same issue twice on the same line.
Oh my god.
Yep. If you set up variables, you define them, you give them values, then you gotta use them.
Oh,
Instead of
boy.
hard coding.
Yeah. Were you guys inspired by IGN Fest to work on the game? I wouldn't say it was because of IGN Fest. Truthfully, because, like, it's been 3 weeks since we last did anything on the fucking project. Just because, like, life's been kicking the shit out of people. And all of the artists are kind of getting shit on right now. So, like, I figured if nothing else, I guess we can work on the programming.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, hi Chris, how you doing, fam? I do have water, thank you for asking. Because there was apparently 1,000 vampires survive. Huh.
And with the success of Mega Bonk, it's not that surprising.
Should be, should we maybe swap projects here? It'll be fine. I don't even think we need to put this shit out to Steve or anything like that. I just want to fucking make something that we to show that we can fucking
learning.
do it and learn it. Yeah.
Learning games, it's hard. That's it. That's what it is. Other good ways to learn would be to do a game jam.
True.
Eventually, there are many like that are being run like all the time on HIO.
Like the rays, you can loop over dictionaries, you can loop over both their keys and values. Let's see how it works with 2 examples. Like an inventory's content. Inventory's content. To display the player's inventory, you need to know what it contains. You need the name and amount of each object. And from code, you can only achieve that by looping over the whole dictionary and processing key value pairs one by one. To get the list of keys in the dictionary, you can call its keys member function.
For loop. The almighty for loop.
Almighty for loop, hallowed be thy name, pain be thy ass. But it's something we do so much that you don't need to call the function. Instead, you can directly type the variable name in a for loop after the in keyword. The language understands that you implicitly want to loop over the dictionary's keys. Can you repeat that in English? Long and short of it is, so video games work in loops. When you turn on and start a video game, that is a while loop. While the game is on, run the game. That shit runs in perpetuity until a memory leak happens. Or until you turn it off. One of the two fucking things. Fun fact, I only learned about that because I found out that people wanted to learn how long Doom could run before it crashed and shut off. It was 2.5 years, by the way.
Tabarnak.
How's the Cinder? Are you ready for Digigaiden in 4 or 5 days? Fuck no, I'm waiting for that shit to go on sale. I want to play it, but like, $70 is a lot, man. Holy shit. Although, maybe I should get it, because the homie, the man, the myth, the legend, Itagaki fucking dropped today. Pour one out for the boy.
Man, fucking $20 Silk Song is really like making us like second guess every like $70 to $80 game purchase.
I'm gonna be real. There's a lot of things about the industry right now that got me questioning why the fuck they're doing it the way that they are. Cause like, there comes a point where having too big a team just gets in the fucking way of shit, man.
Yep. Corporate bloat.
Corporate bloat. $70 my limit for games unless there's a deluxe edition that has some good shit. I feel that. I bought Baldur's Gate 3 for $60, so.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
You ever heard of Scrum? Or Agile? All these buzzwords.
Let me see. Baldur's Gate 3. Let's take a look here. No, I don't want this to launch. Yes, confirm. Fucking.
Cinder Ados is playing Baldur's Gate 3.
818 hours is how much time I've put into this game.
Oh, those are rookie numbers.
Oh, I'm sure. I've seen people with like 2,000, but like, that's
Sure.
rare for me, y'all. I put some fucking time into that game.
How many hours did I put in Factorio? I guess 7 hours. 700 hours.
It was pretty good.
But that's just on Steam, though.
Dude, the amount of time I've put into fucking Skyrim is probably in the several thousands. I think it's more than my Warframe playtime. Across, like, the different versions I've played for PS3, Xbox, and PC.
I'm the weird guy who just did this main quest and then fucked off.
How many of those hours was Act 1 only, Cinder? Mind your goddamn business. But also
Way too many.
500, at least.
At least half.
At least half. Yeah, Randy Pitchford's also a fucking loser. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Yeah.
Randy, if there is a person who deserves zero respect for anything he's done in gaming, it's Randy fucking Pitchford.
That's the Gearbox guy?
Yeah, it's
for
Gearbox.
Borderlands?
Borderlands.
Yeah, my god.
Guy's a fucking loser, a gigantic piece of shit, and also, like, I don't know how they don't have PR firms teaching people to just shut the fuck up and
I know, right?
just eat shit. Like he could have just said, "Hey, we're working on it." Nah, he got defensive and told people to go fuck themselves. I'm baffled by it.
You essentially call people brokies, even though people with, like, top of the line, like, fucking 5090s are getting crashes. It's insane. Performance issues, maybe not crashes, I don't know. But
I mean, probably crashes too with the fucking performance issues. Like,
yeah,
there's goofy shit with that.
can't call people broke if they have like a high-end PC with all the best parts, dude. What do you mean?
Bro, could you imagine if I walked up to fucking, like, any other fucking dev team and was like, yo, I can't play this shit because it runs like shit. Damn, you a broke bitch, ain't you?
It's like,
Fuck are you?
excuse me?
What am I supposed to do with that, dude?
yeah. You
Even the
just
Borderlands
stopped playing their games.
Yeah. You the Borderlands
do it
games, see
like-
the guy with the passion, they're like, please shut up for the love of ravioli. Yeah. I can only imagine what it's like working under the guy.
Oh my god, that you
What are you yelling
has to be terrible.
You have to go outside? Alright, let me go ahead and call it there for tonight. Give me 1 sec, pup. Alright, folks. We'll do some more of this shit. I like the idea of doing shenanigans and programming while I learn shit, and Core can be more productive in the background while I'm learning, playing catch-up.
Yes, I'm definitely super productive right now, but honestly, I think getting you up to snuff is, like, probably more important so that we can work side by side.
For sure.
I like doing this.
Yeah, we can make it a regular thing. I gotta do more shit with this anyways, and because I also want to learn how to do Blender shit. And I gotta message Miz about that too, because I'm stupid and don't really know what I'm doing with that.
I should do that too. Kind of want to start learning Unity a little bit, but for more for like the VTuber asset side of things, and yeah, Blender, because I can already like do 3D modeling. It's just engineering modeling, so it's not that hard. It's like they're transferable skills.
I want to learn design. Well, not necessarily design, but animation. Cause
Yeah?
Let me see if I can find the thing. Shoutouts to NSFW artists, by the way. That's the only reason I'm not working on shit on stream, is because this shit ain't safe for work, brother. I can't fucking work on this shit on stream. I'll get banned into oblivion.
Yeah, you need to do good. Well, some people do it on another streaming site, like a Picardo, I think is a popular one.
Or like OnlyFans or whatever else is fucking out there.
Yeah, why not?
But this is the artist that made all of the models that I'm going to be playing around with, so.
Nice.
Yep. And apparently they're all, like, very easily interchangeable. I'm just fucking stupid and don't really know what I'm doing, so...
Oh, you'll learn.
I'm learning. I'm working on it.
Yeah.
Alrighty, folks. My dog is whining at me, so I think I have a target in mind tonight. Min is doing a little bit of TFT. It looks like she cleared through. So let's go give her some love here tonight. Alrighty, everybody. Thank you for stopping by. Be safe, be kind. I love you all. And I will see you guys tomorrow. God, what did I put on my schedule? I don't even remember. That's why I write it down, so I don't have to. On the menu was more Silk Song. We're gonna be going through more of that tomorrow, so you can have that to look forward to. We'll do a whole fucking day of that. Saturday is gonna be some 2x KO practice, and then it looks like the argument between Fight Night is between Tekken 8 and Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. So I'll let you guys know. It's just there's a lot of shit that dropped this week. Street Fighter 6 got Sea Viper. Fucking Grand Blue got Meg. Fucking what is it? Fucking Tekken 8 just got Armor King. There's a lot of shit that happened. Alright, anybody. And play DOA for Itagaki. I will, don't you worry. Eventually. Alright, folks. Go say hi to Midna for me. It's been wonderful having you all here. Be safe, be kind. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy, y'all.